Today I'm going to start the kidney cleanse. Now I've been on the Incurables program for 3 months. Let's see, March, April, May, and part of June. And I've done 3 liver cleanses, at least 3 bowel cleanses, and I've done a couple of days of a kidney cleanse, but there was so much other stuff to do between the echinacea and the bowel cleanse and all of that. I got a little overwhelmed, so I left the kidney cleanse for last because I really felt that my liver was much more of an issue for me because of all my cheeseaholic, my cheese addiction. Anyway, I'll do another video another time explaining how I got on the Incurables program, and I'm doing it to try and restore my health after breast cancer. But I wanted to let you know what I'm doing for the kidney cleanse. So here's everything that I'm starting with. Yesterday I put the tea to soak, and it's 6 tablespoonfuls of the tea, and soaked in distilled water overnight. And I'm going to bring it to a boil and just let it boil just for 1 minute. Unlike the detox tea, which you simmer for 15 minutes, the kidney tea you only have to simmer for a minute or so, and I did that wrong last time. Anyway, and the kidney flush drink is going to be with the lemon and the lime and anywhere from 16 to 30 ounces of water. I'm also going to be doing the bowel cleanse along with this. I have, like I said, I've been doing this since March, April, May, and then I kind of took a little bit of time off in June. But I have a doctor's appointment on July 12th with an integrative oncologist who has been amazingly supportive. And I want to see if I can kind of kick it up a notch with finishing the kidney cleanse too. So I have the tea, I have the detox, I do have the KB formula. Unfortunately, I only have a little bit of that because I had used that when I was doing a few days before. But in reading the materials, Dr. Schulze says that the herbs in the KB tea are similar to the KB formula. And I'm hoping that I can, I'm just doing the best I can. I've got a full bottle of the detox. And the detox has the really powerful botanical herbs, including the chaparral and the poke root. And it's interesting because I went to see he calls himself a chiropractor, but he's really a medical intuitive when I was traveling last week. And I asked him if he had any thoughts as to what I should do. And he said poke root, and interestingly enough, there is poke root in the detox formula. So I'm excited to do that. So there's the lemon and the lime. This is just a little hand juicer. If I were making the orange juice for the liver flush drink, then obviously I would use a bigger citrus juicer. I'm on a boat. I live on a sailboat in a marina, and this is my galley, which is what they call a kitchen. And I actually just redid the galley because when I got diagnosed, part of the problem was that I really didn't have any place where I could cook and juice and all of that. So I spent a little money, redid the galley to make it more like home, with a big sink instead of 2 little teeny tiny sinks, and a place for a real juicer, even though it's a little teeny tiny juicer, and my NutriBullet. But when I talked to the Dr. Schulze people, they were adamant that a NutriBullet or a blender is just not enough. So I bought this ACOC juicer, which is a masticating juicer, and it just fits on my little countertop. And then this is my range. So as soon as I finish the video, I'm going to heat the kidney tea, and I'm going to make the kidney flush drink, which is the juice of 1 lemon and 1 lime. And I'm also, like I say, I'm going to continue doing bowel cleanse as well, if I can work everything in. It's a rigorous program. I've been on the Incurables program since March, and I have so far avoided any surgical or other intervention. I was pretty clear that I wasn't going to do the chemo or the radiation, but I had anticipated that I was going to have to do surgery. But so far, I've been able to avoid that. Like I say, I found an integrative oncologist, which is like finding a needle in a haystack, who was also in my network, which is amazing. And I went to see him, and I showed him everything that I had done. And part of what I do when I'm doing the cleanses is I keep track of everything. So this was one of the 30-day ones that I started March 15th. So I keep track of how many ounces of water, how many ounces of liver flush drink, how many ounces of superfood drink, how many ounces of echinacea in my water, and then what kind of juicing, carrot, etc., celery, etc. And I was I was incredibly focused for 3 months, and I'm just keeping going on this. The lump is still there, but it's a totally different lump and a totally different breast. But I'll tell you that in another video. If this works, this is my first attempt to do a YouTube video to share with other people who are interested in how the Incurables program has worked. And I saw yesterday online that there's not a lot of stuff, and the stuff that's up there is pretty dated. So I'm going to try this. If you guys are interested, just be patient. I'm not good at videoing and doing all of this. But I do want to say that the people at the Dr. Schulze store have been incredible. And I encourage everybody, when if you call to order products, if you have any questions at all, the people, all of the ones that I talk to, but especially 1 or 2, have been incredibly knowledgeable, incredibly supportive. They don't give medical advice. Don't ask them what you should do. But for example, I would say, well, I don't know, is it okay if I'm eating this, or what about this? And the people were all knowledgeable as to where in the literature I could find my answer. Like, if you look at page 78 of the Incurables book, you'll find this and that. So I want to really thank everybody there, and they're not paying me to do this. I wish they were, because if I could get everybody on the superfood and stuff like that, I think it would be good. But anyway, so I will try and see if I can find somebody later who will video me so you can see what's happening with me. But for now, this is what we're starting. All right?